Good evening. There. Hello. How are you all doing? Hope you're doing fantastic. This is a little bit of a different stream because coming directly out of video creation. So I ended up a little bit late and yeah, possibly. I don't know. A little different just. So one thing I wanted to do. Hold up. That's okay. Let's begin with the actual beginnings. Thank you for the pause reminder, Fabian. Maybe not. Thank you, the Cutter Raccoons, and Kiyotaka Omar for the follows. I want to say a thank you to Asexual Wolf for the tier 2 for 2 months. That was like way before, but when we were supposed to be streaming. Hey, and thank you, Fasu, for 3 months, 4 months. God dang display.
Thank you for all of your hard work, both on the products that you support and in your content creation work.
Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you, K-Farm, for the 9 months of Prime, too. Holy moly. Cat quakes. We're almost to 600. Where is it? There it is. Wow. We'll get through.
All.
Hello.
Wouldn't it be perfect after such a long day to do a tour of the new stuff on the fan server? Lots of people have things to show that they built recently.
Yeah, so I understand that a bunch of people, for some reason, have assumed that I would be streaming from the fan server today, and I don't know why. The closest I've got is to say maybe and if so on Thursday. But no. Like, and not gonna lie, it kind of sucks a little bit to start a stream and people go like, oh, but do this other thing, you know? I can never
now
get
that
past
I'm
this
back
intro.
from camping, I can go back to subscribing.
Oh man. Thank you, Sir Jarek. Oh my god, hype.
Hype hippie 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 hype.
Sorry, hippie, not hype. Thank you, Kendo. At some point,
And
I'll be able to
stream
show
what
you
you
stuff
want.
and talk and stuff. Thank you. So, she's at it today. I've had my, both because it's been really cold outside and because I've been working on video stuff, I've had my window closed all day. And now that I'm finally done and don't need to like record for video, I can open it because it was getting really warm in here. And she's just having a blast with it. She wants the 600. I'm not so sure. I think she's just racing to 666. Oh, Fasu, thank you. Thank you for the bits. So, let's see. Let me show you something, if I can. This thing, can I do... Oh my goodness!
17 months, Pog.
Pog! Thank you, Jazz. Thank you, thank you. Hope you're doing good. Let's see how I do this. Can I do this? Yeah. Okay. Look. We're be right back, but we're not be right back. That's actually, this is what I wanted, actually. Thank you, Tricia. Oh my lord. This video. This video. The fastest pause, Yusika. I can't take it. All the bits. The subs. I can't. No. Be right back. But this video is... I really love this. I made this for... initially, like, it has Be Right Back over it now. like baked into the video, but initially I made this as a channel update thing, I think. I tend to do like one-off Replaymod things for channel updates, and then they end up in my stream things. But I really like how this is put together. Like, it's a showcase of a whole bunch of my builds and playthroughs and stuff, but it's so out of date. Like, it's not just out of date in one way, it's out of date in so many ways, right? Thank you, Kendo, for the gifted sub to Albinton. Thank you. That's thank you for all your support, man. Yeah, so the old-timey command blocks, like, whoops. The blocks are out of date. The texture's out of date. My skin is out of date. My cape is out of date. And the builds and places are out of date. Literally everything is out of date, and it doesn't loop properly. It annoys me. So I really want to do exactly this. Basically a sequence just like this, but with a lot of new stuff. And potentially more things. Just a longer thing. That bedrock structure confuses me. Like, what is it? Is it this one? This is the old entrapment lobby. It's been remade since this was kind of the first iteration of it. But yeah, I basically want to do that, but there's so many newer, cooler things that I have that I could, you know, could make cool stuff out of. So I probably want to go on the fan server for all of you who wanted me to go on the fan server, but I'm not going to do a server tour. I want to capture basically that, but in my base. Because I can't do the portal yet, because it's just a big black dish. We might go to Old Worlds, yeah, but more importantly, I want to go to a bunch of places on Legacy. I want to show off Legacy stuff. I want to show off the Guardian farm. I want to show off the Citadel of Power, probably the Council of Villagers, and those buildings, maybe just from the outside, but like that. I want to show off the pyramid. I want to go to Legacy Season 1 and show off the Tower of Lampike and the Fantasy Tower. And then I don't know. Maybe we'll open up our survival and do that. We could even, I'm not even sure where I have it. We could go to Fan Server Season 1 if we want. It's not just a big black dish. It's an enormous black dish. That's true, but it's like it's not very interesting to look at yet, is it? It's an impressive project, but it doesn't look very nice. So I don't know how to connect these things. Like, we could. You need a Google route plan? Yeah, kind of. We could just go chronologically. Chosen or mob dash action might we need to. Well, mob dash doesn't have anything. Mob dash has no build. It's a Limeverse tour. Yeah. Chosen only has the altar. Try adding lens flare and bloom. I mean, we're running, or we're not actually, but we're going to run with the shaders. These. And they're gonna. I've actually turned down bloom to the lowest setting, but you know they will do it. Built in. All in one package. So we can't really capture Triple H Season 3. I mean, it's not much to look at, is it? It was a good accomplishment, but it was
600 hype.
You hear that, Ellie? She's like looking around, licking her mouth. I don't know. What do you say, Ellie? Ooh, that's interesting. The green screen is reflecting in the metal of the hinges. And in the shadow under her tail, so the green screen is taking effect there. That's funny.
Good girl, Ellie, and 600 more.
Okay, anyway, let's go somewhere. Let's do something. I don't know. Holy smokes! Hype train level 2. Thank you so much, folks. Thank you. Choo choo. It's not a. It wasn't just a cat train this time. Thank you for all the bits and the subs and everything. I really want to set up a cat cam. Have it as a slice reward. And 601. Let's jump on Legacy. Hello? Let's jump on Legacy to begin with. There we go. Jeez. Oh, is it? Oh god. What's my view distance at? 12. It should be fine. Oh, it's kind of fine now. This is dark. What is kind of okay. Not entirely okay. Maybe actually I should have had this place at night. But yeah, let's just go scouting. See where we want to do this. Because I mean, I could see like if we're gonna do the Citadel, you kind of need a wide angle on this place. Like capturing a thing where I'm standing right on that little like entranceway. That doesn't. What's my field of view? It's okay. The light might have been from loading all the trophies all at once. So actually, I fixed that bug. you might have seen it in the videos from today. And I used this place as a testing ground for it. But one thing I realized is all the trophies don't matter, because most of the trophies are just items with names. There's like 3 or 4 that are player heads. So I came to the conclusion is it doesn't really matter how many you have. It's like having one is terrible because the game handles it so poorly in this version, not in the next. So all of Quantum Reef City basically, it looks so good with the fog and stuff with these shaders now. I love it. So probably what I want to do is I want to capture poses of me like this with nothing and just standing in various places, and then we'll stitch those together because that shows off my skin and stuff. But I guess we could do that and then have really wide camera shots and then go in. Like the way that other one is, it's quite short sequences, but it doesn't need to be that. It could be quite long sequences. And the only thing that the sort of method that I'm using hinges in is it swooshes past very close to my character model. And because it does that, that becomes your focus. And since that is stable between both of the 2 shots, the fact that the rest of the world morphs around me doesn't it seems kind of natural. It works out very nicely. So we could do one just on top of here, or we could do, is it better to do street level and then go up and then down to street level again? Or is it better to stand on rooftops so that it's easier to get a view on it? You want to include a cat statue? So in terms of the buildings, these 2 are mine, that one is mine, and then that one I've taken over. And then the 2 cats. So I don't know, like, we could also go inside and take a shot in there, but I do think the inside looks nice, but I don't think it looks as nice. Like, it's not as impressive as looking at this stuff. What's my durability? It's fine. So one thing is, we could have one here. This is kind of a cool view. Right in front of the Sphinx. Or maybe even like down here. In the current sequence, the player's rotation changes a bit, at least it seems like, and it's a bit disturbing if you look at it. It's... Why did I remove that, actually? It's one of the harder things to actually fully match. I mean... But you can see how I've tried, because it's kind of the same angle and the same head angle. And it doesn't need to be perfect to work either. I do like that first shot. It's a very nice intro. And also, the larger the difference is between the angles and stuff, the faster you have the camera move. This just hides it better if the whole shot is really fast. I should probably just open a notepad for this. So, Citadel, Council, Sphinx. And I don't know what order to do these, so that's another thing to figure out later. I wonder if you can get it consistent with boats. You can kind of get it consistent by movement only, so if I'm going here, I can take like steps back and steps forward. The problem, I think before when I've done this, I've always gone into my own worlds post-fact. Let's Play worlds that I've been done with and stuff, or copies of worlds, and teleported myself to exact coordinates. So if I can't do that here, I guess I could use a downloaded backup of this world. But it's nicer to do it live. And then we will have to be very precise with the numbers, is all. This wasn't really where I intended to go, but I just I'm so used to going this way because usually I'm going to storage. Oh, that bug. Interesting. Just dead stop me there. Comet House. Thank you so much for 3 months. You'd need to be aligned with a wall. Well, it doesn't matter because you can't be that precise in your tap input forward anyway. So this one, I don't know. Probably this is going to be most interesting if we don't just go... Like, we could go up the tower, I guess. But I think more safe is probably just, like, stand here or something. And not hold the bed, but, you know. And then we could swoosh past through here. I mean, it doesn't really matter... that we are super well aligned, but the thing we probably have to just... Oh, we only have 3. We have millimeter precision here. Hopefully that's good enough. Wait, what if I do this? And I'm not opt, so I can't do that. Okay, that's even worse precision. Sad face. Okay. That is another bug fix in the next release. None that I know of. And some of those are like tricky because they're all based on chunk loading. But I think this is in a place. Pyramid. And then I think, like, out of the stuff that I've built on this server, it's this, it's those things over at Quantum Reef City. Why is it doing that a lot? Well, it's the gear too. I should do one at the gear. Which means I should probably move all these dogs. So I'm just like randomly ended up here for no good reason. They weren't meant to be here. I was breeding them to be a part of the Rabbit Island. And then I realized I couldn't have it. So I had to put them somewhere else. So I put them right outside the nether portal, back over at Pearl Space. And then Pearl was gonna build there. So she was like, oh, who's put all these dogs in my base? They're all in the way. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Let the dogs out. Yeah. I know, right? Okay. Stop. Sit. I heard dogs can do sit and stuff. Just, I'm such a dog person. Sit down. Perfect, thank you. Why is this here? It's probably me, by the way, so just like... But this we could potentially do from the inside because the ceiling is made out of glass. And there's holes in it even, so we could stand in here. Wait, somebody just left their... Okay. Alright. Sure. I wonder if they meant to leave it here because the rockets are all out in almost every box. That might just be a mistake too. But here we could swoop down through like one of the holes in the ceiling, come around here, and go up that. I left a turtle behind. Turtle's been here for a while though. Turtle's a resident by now. I guess I should include the gear. It's not as large scale, but it's a cool build. Where do I put that though? Do I put the gear before or after the pyramid? Maybe I put the pyramid first. So we have hotbar survival. Possibly do that first still. And then from hotbar survival, where do we go? Because that's kind of another brick and quartz, I think, building. Doesn't really work to go to the pyramid from there. Probably go to the gear from there. That is this place. Poppy was here? Yeah, I can see that. What am I? Oh, it's my trophy box. Why am I carrying that out? Probably because it isn't actually trophies, but, you know. I was sure it said rockets there, but it didn't, so okay. Oh, I'm looking forward to having a recipe for these. That'll be nice. It's also in the next version. Poppy popped in. She would, wouldn't she? Okay, now we have lots of rockets. We can fly around here for a long, long time. Let's go to the Guardian Farm. It's not done, but on the other hand, the nice thing is if I do this now, I can go back in and change one of the sequences because I'll have all the replay files. That other video is so old, like I don't have the replays anymore, and probably they don't work with any recent version anyway. They might actually. So if I have the replays here, I could actually properly go in and just update a thing by just like when I've finished building this, I'll go to the same place, stand in the same place. Oops, what in the world? And then recapture the thing. Problem is, where do I stand though? Do I stand in the middle of this? Maybe I do actually. Would kind of make sense, I guess. Or maybe like at one of the edges like this. I don't know. Is this a... yeah, I mean, unless it kind of quickly finished the Guardian farm. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. It's gonna take so much grinding. So much grinding for materials. And then, oh, it's probably gonna be like a 24-hour build or something to build the whole thing. I mean, I don't mind it as such, but it's just not at all. It looks unfinished. So, like, it's, yeah. Gear, Citadel of Power, Pyramid. I was thinking the other way around on those two. I was thinking Gear, Pyramid, Citadel of Power. Because once we're at the... sorry. Once we're at the Citadel, it makes sense to me to stay in Quantum Reef City. Do you intend to stand in the same spot for both replays? What do you mean? The point is, it's a sequence. I don't know if you saw the video that we're kind of remaking, Bruno. But the point is, it's going to be a very long replay sequence transferred into a bunch of different replays, but always centered around my character model. Okay. Let me show you, because this is the original video that I'm kind of making a newer version of. So if you look at how the camera kind of is always relative to my character, which means that the world morphs around me. So that's what we're going to do, but we're going to make it much bigger and many more steps on the way. And not terribly out of date. But yeah. It's going to basically do that. So we're going to make a ton of different locations, stand on them for exactly as possible. To make it as precise as possible in the switchovers. For the monument, would you fly the camera under the floor you're standing on so you can see the Guardian bit? I mean, it doesn't... It's off, right? So it's not so interesting. And if I turn it on, I think it won't help because it's just gonna be water, and because I'm standing right there, they're not gonna spawn right next to me. I think we need a fixed on players keyframe type of on Replaymod. Yeah, there's lots of things I would love there. I mean, they have the player frames, right? But not that. But I would like kind of a lot more control over blending and stuff between different types of keyframes, and their stuff just doesn't support that at all. I guess I've started hitting the limits of what Replaymod can do, and that's why I guess I've ended up making my own versions of Replaymod, which is what I did for the last few videos that I needed. I needed something they didn't have, and so I had to. I think these are all the places I want to do on Legacy Season 2. Because there isn't really anything else I've built, right? Ooh, that was a bit laggy. I've built the Rabbit Island, yeah, but like that's a farm. It looks kind of awful, actually. It's like, it looks cool, I guess, but it's also... It's not a nice build, right? Player frames on F5 is the best in that regard. We cool to be able to have a distance variable, 2 angle variables. Yeah, so I think they're onto something with the player keyframes, but I've worked with a bunch of the like actual pro keyframing softwares and stuff for video games, and what you have is you can blend in and out of being attached to an entity. So look good with sugarcane on the sand. God, you and your sugarcane. Okay, so where do we put the Guardian farm? Is that at the end of this? I guess maybe it is. Whee! Yeah. Let's visit other places. Should I even care about this? Don't know if I care about this replay. I mean, why not? We'll just do that. Let's go to the fan server for a little bit. I have no idea where I'm. Oh, I'm at the raceway. Oh, that's an interesting place to be. That's not where I thought I would be. Hello, folks. Let's go back. Oh, yeah. This isn't even this is even in the same as last time I was here, but whatever. Oh. Ow! Oh, wait. This doesn't look like I remember it. Oh, no. Let's hope I'm going the right way, which I probably am not. Am I gonna be, like, back at the raceway now? Where is this? Where am I? There's no signs anywhere. Oh, okay. Interesting. That's not where I expected to be. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this a little slower. He says and gets in a boat on the ice path, but you know. First right. Because I have to turn left first because there's no right, but okay. I lost enough tunnels too. Okay, so hold up. To raceway. Wait. To raceway that way. Okay, so this is back then. Okay, I see how this works. There's no signage going back though. To another hub. Oh, okay, good. We got it. Okay, almost had it there for a second. I would still be your first, right? Yeah. Whatever. I've been making videos, okay? I was aghast straight through the ceiling of this place. This place is made out of wood. I'm not sure they're a good combo. Sure, I'm leaving that. That's fine. I'm donating that that boat. What was that? Maybe it was just a really weirdly placed particle. All right. So what I want to do is I want to focus on stuff that I've built. Oh, should I do the wither skeleton farm here? It's gonna look weird if I include another build in this. Life was never seen again. Yeah. Okay. Hello, boat. Well, this place is kind of a little weird because it's, you know, it's never been actually fully done. But I still kind of like it, and I would like to include it. So we're gonna put it. Maybe I'll just be like right here. This is a bunch of cool stuff here anyway, especially like this little area. It is kind of half finished, but I think that's okay. Oh, that's so super very glitchy. Is that gonna be a problem? Because that's gonna happen on Replaymod too. I don't know. Maybe we don't want to be on this bridge actually. I mean, but it is the nice place to be, isn't it? The rest of my base is like half pranks. I don't know. I mean, I guess we could just stand in the epicenter of the spill here, I guess. And just excuse me, fly around the camera from here. It kind of works if we go high enough there. A little weird, but definitely include the chicken. The chicken is not the highlight of my base, okay? I'm sorry, but it just like isn't. I mean, it'll be on the video. It'll be unavoidable. Okay. Do we want to check? Okay, so this... Would it work to go here after the Guardian farm? I guess. Fan server base. So we're already up to 8 places, right? Let's see. Let's check out the Wither skeleton farm. My brain does not want to today. I kind of really like this dome. I really want to include that. Fire assist would be good. How does this look on the server? It's this. That's not a single fire assist. Okay. I guess we're not doing fire resistant. So the sequence would not necessarily be all fan server or legacy or something else. No, not necessarily. It's just I want to showcase stuff, and whatever is the best order to showcase stuff. Oh, do I have in here maybe? What even is this song? Well, it's about over, so it doesn't matter, I guess. No, okay. But I'm out of rockets too, so let's just grab more. The thing that worries me a little bit is after the nether half reset that we did, the path to my Wither skeleton farm kind of got blocked, and like all kind of markers to where the path was kind of sort of went away. So actually having fire assist wouldn't hurt in case I just dump into the ocean or whatever. Yeah, a random montage of cool stuff. That's a proper description of what this is. What's this? Oh, the pufferfish thing. I could potentially set that up again after this, after the upgrade, because I believe that bug is fixed now. Golden apples. And this will give me fire assist. Kind of, sort of don't want to use it up though. We'll take some golden apples, I guess. Ooh. That was really weird. Those reflections. Okay. So it is this way. Wait, do I have a totem? I really should not be this afraid of this place, but whatever. So the pathway goes off for quite a ways that way and then to the right. The problem is this pathway is now closed, and I opened up somewhere again, but it was more to the right, I think. I just don't remember exactly. Durability is okay-ish. Let's go, I guess. It's really hard. Please load. Oh yeah, that's in the way too. I should be able to, like, recognize the terrain, I guess, but maybe I don't. I think I need to go kind of around over here. But the problem is you need to go very low to hit this place, and it's kind of scary. Not gonna lie. This isn't looking like I had hoped. Maybe I should just go for coordinates, but it would be nice to find this path. No. No, we're not doing that. No. This is not how I remember it. This would be the way. Yeah, this. Hi. I don't think I'm wearing gold. No, I'm not. It would be such a shame. Shush you. Day 48. Apparently also another piece of very soundscapey thing. Let's skip this. I might have to just look up the coordinates. No, this might be it. Smell your death. I ain't afraid of no piglins. There we go. That looks good. So we found the slabbed area. I think we could probably fly through up here. Also, I'm not sure if it's like the entrance is here or something. Super hard to even like spot. I don't think I want to boost a rocket up there, to be completely honest. We could pearl up, I guess. Okay. Alright, good. Okay, I know which way I'm looking now, I think. We could go through here. Yeah. Now I know where I am. Cool. Molten lime. There we are. Question is, where would I actually, like, showcase this from? Maybe go, like, out here? No, they're falling in there. Nice. Haven't been in here in ages? No, we haven't. Dang, we spent so much effort digging this out of the rock. Oh, there's a portal here. I mean, I guess it's possible to just stand up here too and showcase it from here, but I don't know. Or down there. I feel like it's nicer up. Why did somebody put a portal here? Did I do that? I don't think I did that. Very sure I didn't, actually, because it's not even slabbed over, and I would definitely have slabbed over the top if I did that. Because, dang, I spent a lot of effort slabbing this place over, and I wouldn't have undone some part of it like that. Huh. Okay. So many relaxing slab placing streams. They've been taken over by the concrete placing streams, I guess. So the only way I can see to really showcase this would be to go on the outer side here, because like there's still even though we kind of freed it out of the rock, there's still a lot of rock there. So I think probably the best thing to do is to go over here or something. Yeah, probably like stand on here or something, and that's the focus. Maybe even this way. I don't know. Doesn't matter, I guess, because we need to go both ways. It's a little murky in the colors, I guess, but that could be okay. 16,895 emeralds. Well, did you place more slabs or black concrete? Definitely slabs this far. But I think it might be glass by the time we were done with the whole portal project, because there's going to be 3 layers of glass on top of the concrete. I just managed to throw some drink out of that glass onto my desk. Well done, me. Almost impressive if it wasn't so stupid. Yeah, I do want to include this place. I think the shaders will work okay with it. It's almost like it was more impressive with some other shaders though, but I don't know. How does this look with the other version of that I was using before of BSL? Almost exactly the same. Wait, what? I guess I captured this with some other shader pack at some point also. Let's oh, here we go down the rabbit hole. I have bloom entirely off. What happens if we just turn it on but at the lowest settings? Thank you, Chaz. Not as much as I thought, actually. Okay. Let's get back to 1 with bloom and with lens flare. This is their default settings. Everything just goes blur. This is why I spent so long like tweaking this mod, this shader pack. Yeah, maybe I could keep that there. I think I turned it off mostly because if it doesn't make that big of a difference, then why would you? Well, why would you pay the cost for it? It's the fog. Can you reduce it a bit? No. Because the fog is distance fog, right? And if you... reducing it basically means upping view distance, which means you get a hard edge instead, which is not nice. I don't mind it being foggy. Like, what I mind is the fog blooming over and everything fogging the whole screen. So what happens... and also the nether fog is kind of hard-coded in a way. I guess there's an option to cheat that down, I think, but that's not where I want to go. So I should probably try to stick for the same render distance with all of them, maybe? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't matter. I don't think they have a little. Where's that? Can't remember where the fog setting is. Because it's not in the shader, it's in like other. Details? Fog, fancy. That's it, that's it, that's the option. There you go. Fog start. Oh. Okay, so it's already pushed out as far as possible. So, no. Yeah, but remember, this is where I am. This isn't where the camera's gonna be in the replay mod. Okay. So fan server skull, I guess. Sure. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 9 things. There are... so hotbar survival we wanted to do. I wonder if I have that just here. I do. S21 in hotbar survival 21 intro. I would guess that Replaymod 1.11 flyby from 2017. Oh, this has been in 1.16 already. So this is probably the one I made. No, that can't be. Okay. Well, if this has been open in 1.16, then whatever. Okay. This is weird. This slime has never been in this world. This was such an like a project to build. Like the stuff in this world was such a project to build. When I built it, it felt like a momentous like effort, but it's such a little thing. Like to today's slime, today's building scale. Look at that. For those of you who weren't around back then, this is Hotbar Survival, which is the reason there are barriers in my entire inventory there is because this was... Oh, I'm in creative. Yeah, of course. This is a hotbar only. The whole Let's Play was hotbar only. The challenge was you can't use your inventory. You can also not use any chests or hoppers or anything that has storage, which is why... Oh, this is actually smelting. I don't think that could be smelted back then. Smooth quartz didn't exist. This floor is my storage. So I initially thought I couldn't store anything larger than 1 because you need an item frame. And I thought I would have to store all my blocks in block form. But then realized that furnaces actually can store anything. Smooth quartz was added in 1.14. Yeah, so this is a 1.8 series. But yeah, the intro shot from that other video was taken here. So we could do that same thing again. This would maybe be nice to just actually like crank this up. Oh boy. And at this point it doesn't matter that like I get 2 FPS because we're rendering a video out of it anyway, so. This is also from, you might recognize this by the way, it's from one of the intros, is when I built this underwater train tunnel, and it's like super long. Goes all the way over to a village that I found way over there. Which was... It's like, it looks like an awesome build when you look at that like replay from the intro, but it doesn't tell you how hard that was because remember I had no inventory space. It's a bit of a stretch of the rules to allow furnaces, but what would you do? You can't play this game without furnaces. Like that's a completely different challenge. I think that was fine. It's not like I found storage to be an easy time. It made it more doable in a way. It enabled a little bit, but it's not like it took away the challenge. I could have completed the game otherwise, but I could not have built cool stuff. All right, so we have that. That's good. Yeah, there was no campfires. I don't need that. I'll redo that. Do I have... Oh man, I have so many Legacy SMP, I guess. So many copies of Legacy in various ways. Ooh, why am I in... Wait. Hello? Why am I in spectator mode here? Oh, whatever, it works. Oh, I'm still in bazillion miles render distance. That's not good on this world. Oh, that does not look good. Okay, good. It looked like it was like completely freezing. There, 24 is good. With this render distance, we should be able to get, yeah, all of Beardfall into. Ooh, that's so pretty. Look at that. God Rays and Beardfall. This is gonna annoy me forever, by the way, but like... There's one gravel block that was left over from when I did the whole move of the tower, and it's always there forever in the download of Season 1 now. To showcase this, you would kind of need to be somewhere else. Maybe I could be in the, like, in the front of the ship, though. I guess I could be here. Right, and it takes off from here and it shows, like, swings around the tower or something. That might be cool. Yeah, I guess that
Move
could work.
it back by 1 block to restore it to its former off by 1 glory.
How about no? I like no as an answer to that. It's weird to be back here. It really is. Man, when we ended the season, it was a bit like it was an early end of the season as for what we had planned initially. I was, I think, the last person on the server, and I kind of packed up all my stuff here. It was I was really sad about leaving this behind. Truly was. Okay, so we have Legacy Season 1 Lime Punk ship. That's 10 different places. I don't think I would care about my fantasy house, really. Because the cool thing about my medieval house, I mean. The cool thing about my medieval house is that it's situated right in the middle of a lot of awesome builds. But then it's all kind of ruined by that. So, like, I don't even know. And this is the only thing I built here. Like, this house. And it's kind of, the outside of it is really kind of not that interesting. So, I don't know. That statue, though. That season ended so abruptly. We were doing the kitty room one night, then gone. Yeah, I know. Am I still? What do you mean, sad over it? I wouldn't maybe say that. Oh, I'm too far east. I'm really happy with the season we have now. So, like, it's fine. It's all good. It needed to be done, but it was I was feeling the crunch of like wanting to really get that done before we ended. Hi Kim, welcome to the memory tour. We're on Legacy Season 1 world at the moment. So yeah, here's the Wizard's Tower. So this would be the other thing. Probably would just like plonk myself down like I don't even know. Maybe like here or something. Because like you want the surrounding shot of the pathway and everything, because like it's the most cool when it's in its like actual context. It's ruined by what? It's the the Wandering Trader head competition place is there. So like it's a ton of awesome medieval builds, and then there's like a stack of llama heads to build limit. it's terrible. But this is a very nice backdrop too. We could definitely do this. So fantasy tower, and I just realized that if we're here, we have to do the Wither Arena, don't we? The path and Wizard Tower reminds me of some areas in Breath of the Wild. Oh, that's a very nice thing to hear. Dang, this was this was a lot of work. I have my old Legacy intros use these builds, and I kind of still want to put together a bunch of this stuff. This was not where the river was to begin with. So I moved the entire river to be able to build it this way. Came out really nicely, I think. But it was kind of, I was not at all sure that it would. So can I even remember? Oh, I have this here too. Oh, and this here. Oh, do I want to capture this? Cause like this here is a solid, I think it was 6 or 8 hours of work to blast my way through here. It is a cool look, especially if you go down. Maybe you like actually capture it from below. I can be standing like here. Because that is an unusual sight. Here's my hole. It took a lot of time. It did, okay? It did. And then that. But that's more of a technological marvel than it is a pretty sight, I guess. They're kind of cool looking. It's kind of weird how it looks like a gold farm with kind of almost... This almost looks like an engine block, like from a car. So, Legacy, Season 1, Nether roof hole. But we'd have me standing below. Okay, but I have to go to the Wither Arena, and I'm not even sure I can remember which way it is anymore. It was along these paths, right? Should probably spectator. It's this long one here. Yeah. Dang, this was a while ago. Feeling it now. Here. Wither Arena. Look. Even has a fancy decorated portal. And it come out looking the other way. So that's something. Oh, hello. Don't die on me, shaders. Meow. There it is. The Endbringer. The ill-fated. It's still cool. I could stand up here. Still red and evil? Well, it's supposed to be an imprint of... No. The last moments before it all went wrong. What are you doing, cat? Is this Sausage's cat, I think? Move over a little bit. So if I'm standing like right at the edge here, like that, that looks kind of nice. Yeah. So then Legacy Season 1 with their arena. I really... So which order do we connect all these things? That's 13 different shots. This is going to be such a long thing compared to the old video. But this is cool. I don't think I want to do this chronologically, because it doesn't really make sense. What kind of does make sense to me would be to connect this to Season 2. I kind of want to say that this should go into the Citadel. Because thematically that makes sense. Replaymod into Sunset into Arena? No, so it has to be circled around me. It has to be circled. It's all of these shots are centered around me, and they're all going to... Camera's gonna start really close to me, and then pan out around the area so that we see the area, and then it's gonna come back, swoosh by me, right? And that's when we're gonna morph into the next shot. So that's how it goes. This took a lot longer than I thought it would, but it's fine. So, Hotbar Survival. Do I want to look at Fanservice Season 1? Is my base on Fanservice Season 1 worth having in this? Season 2 definitely isn't, because it never got really finished. Gotta go, getting my vaccine tomorrow. Congratulations. Have a good sleep. Still waiting for mine. They're opening the vaccines here up in age groups of five years at a time. And my age group is going to be next. So hopefully within a couple of weeks. Let's go look at Fanservice Season 1 if I even have it. I might not have it in my folder because it was a really large world. Come on. Come on, save it. Save it. I didn't think we were on the world for that long, but I guess the view distance really means it has to save a lot more blocks or something. There we go. Fine, whatever. I've been so good at naming my replays lately. Why have I done that now? Fan server. No, I only have season 3 here, so that's a little bit of a problem if we want to do that. Out of my stuff, what's cool from season 1? I remember when I accidentally downloaded fan server season 1 onto my phone. Ouch! I mean, I had the lighthouse and I was building a whole bunch of stuff around there. But in itself, that wasn't so nice, was it? And then I had like a big factory building that was mostly just housing a sugarcane farm, and there was a mob system there and stuff. It was... I mean,
Yay.
Other people built cool stuff around there. Like, there was a ship that people built. The paper ship. Yeah, I don't know. Toasty, thank you for the follow. I think maybe we'll skip it. We have so many anyway. Took a lot of space. Yeah, it would have. It's a large world, even with the cut down end. Did I build anything at spawn? I mean, why can't I remember? I spent so much time on that world. The Mario prank is cool, yeah. But that's a prank on somebody else's base. So, I mean, you know. I've had like an auto sorting system in the basement and stuff. Like, I liked my base there. But my big project was making a big coral reef under the ocean around that lighthouse, and actually implementing the lighthouse so that the light from the lighthouse would actually like sweep around the terrain by lighting lamps under the ocean. And it never got complete, and then we upgraded it because the update aquatic happened, so it like introduced actual reefs in the game instead. So like, why do I try to build my own? There are reefs now. So, anyway. I cannot remember what I did in the server. It's weird. I know I played on it a lot too, because I did the whole Lost in the Captions series there. So I had to get video contents for a video every week from there. Okay, so Hotbar Survival goes to the gear. Yeah. The gear goes to... The gear could go to Lime Punk. You looked at pranks and cleaned them up. I guess. I guess I did, because like... Yeah. Hotbar Survival to the gear, Legacy Season 2, to Lime Punk from Legacy Season 1, to... fan server base, maybe? No, that's gonna be super weird. We need something like medium size here. Catch you at the end of your stream. Now we're planning a big multi-location replay shot, so we're trying to get them in like the order that they're gonna come now. Lime Punk to what? Maybe we do a whole bunch of like... So maybe Lime Punk goes to the Fantasy Tower, also Season 1. Then... my fan server base and the Wither Skeleton Skull farm there, because that's Nether, and then we could go to the Nether roof hole from Season 1, to the Wither Arena, to the Citadel, to the Council, the Sphinx, the Guardian Farm, and then the Pyramid, and from the Pyramid... no, wait. Council, Sphinx... Actually, Citadel, to the Sphinx, to the Council, to the Pyramid, to the Guardian Farm, and then back to Hotbar Survival. Can I show my list? I don't know. I guess I could, hold up. I guess I could use my code thing for that. If I just, like, do this. Let's see. It's gonna look terrible with the... or it's not gonna show at all. That's also, you know, a possibility. Why not, though? There. That's it. Okay, so the next thing we're going to need to do is we're going to need to go into each of these places, capture a replay, updated entrapment lobby. There's a very... Part of me really wants to do that because of the paintings. And I don't know how many of you are... entrapment. I have so many copies of this, but the Git one would be the one that is, like, active. 116.3, that's okay. It's in Git anyway. So the reason that entrapment is the lobby in particular is kind of it's not the best looking lobby, but the reason it is kind of near and dear to me in a way is because these paintings. This was one of the first maps I properly did and released. It was released for the very first charity live stream, and both the map and my charity live stream was dedicated to my mother, who passed away due to cancer. And that's why all of the charity live streams this far have been raising money for cancer prevention. And all of these are her paintings put into the game. She was an artist. Colors on that one didn't come across super nice, but yeah. Could do that. It's on some level right now. Oh god, that's kind of awful, actually. That one looks kind of decent. That's completely broken. Some of these screenshots are so old. Why do these maps look... Why do they look weirder? It's like the shaders make the map art worse. This one that I felt was kind of good. Maybe do that one. Yeah, I mean, we could do that. We could redo the entrapment shop from the previous video. Where in the world do I put that? Chronologically, it kind of belongs around the Hotbar Survival, I guess. But it doesn't... maybe it does fit. Maybe I could put it in between here. We'll just place myself in the dead center here. Which is 0 and 300. 130. So, like, the easiest way to do this is to use a teleport to get myself into exactly one spot. What's the gear? It's the gear building, the Legion's gear on Legacy Season 2. I guess maybe I should have, like, Citadel, Sphinx, Council, and Pyramid, and Guardian Farm are all Season 2. Yeah, the gear up building. Okay, let's start capturing stuff. So we kind of know where we're supposed to be on everything. So it shouldn't be that hard to capture it. But yeah. The really hard part is gonna... I'm going to delete that. We'll take a new one. So the real hard part is going to be to align everything afterwards with the camera shot. That's going to be really tricky. Okay, so let's start here, because I think it's a nicer place than... Like, we could also go up here on this building and be on... But then we're kind of on the rooftop, which is kind of... Oh, yeah, I forgot how that glitched. We're going to be on the rooftop then, which is kind of weird. I think it works if we stand down here in the... Let me down. In the center. And the center in this case is actually right on the corner of these blocks. So it'll be actually here. Oh, do I now have... Okay. 143.0 in this case. Please, come on. 249.0. Let's do that, I guess. Which way is that? That's a nice direction. And now I've been like, I'm slightly turned, which is weird, but. So if I do this now, we'll just close out of that again, join back in, and not touch anything. It's gonna look exactly the way I do. We can go through F5 mode. Like, it's kind of a, it's less nice because my character is completely aligned with the grid of the world, but it's going to make everything super much easier. So we'll do that. Oh, actually, while we're just like waiting for this this capturing, I'm gonna put down 143, 77.5, and 249. I guess 0.0. We'll put the more exact in. And I'm gonna need quite a bit of time here, actually, I guess. Or maybe it doesn't matter. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. That's what I meant to do. Okay. Let's say that was long enough. Let that save. What do we call this? Lime spin? Hotbar survival. Okay. Cool. Then entrapment. Hi, Janice. So we're gonna be right here, which I already teleported to. So I'm just gonna keep standing exactly that way and make sure I have my focus on the right thing. I do. Let's do this. That is 0.5, 251.0, and 130.5. And I guess we should put down 0, 0 also for the angles, because some of these will probably end up wanting to look a different way, which means we'll have to take the entire replay and twist it around me in the world, which is, I've built tools for this. This would be nearly, it would be so tedious that it would be impossible without them. And then I think I had no shaders in the old video, right? There were no shaders. Do the shot happens with the time flowing or frozen? Time moving generally. I think it usually looks best, but if there's a good reason to, we could do frozen time too. But I generally don't see a good reason to. We could also be frozen time in one of the clips and moving time in another. As long as the character matches up reasonably well, then it'll work. So maybe one of the things I'm thinking about is maybe we should just do them in sequence, right? So we'll take these two and try to piece together the first little bit of it first. So that is a lime spin entrapment, if I can spell. Yeah, let's just get a start of it to get a feel for it, for these two. Oh god, I'm in F5 mode. So let's do that. Let this load in a little bit. Okay, so what needs to happen at the very, very end of this process, because I want this thing to loop. Will it loop cleanly? Maybe I need to fade to black. Ideally, I want this to loop. Which means we need a section at the beginning of this video where the camera comes in as it does at the end of the video, right? So, I don't know how long... Let's look at the old videos again. How long is this... how long is each kind of clip in this? Now you recognize that that's the same place. So that was about 15 seconds, I think. The nice thing about these is you can see how my body's turned 45 degrees. That's because of an old bug in the game that doesn't exist anymore. But if it used to be like if you walked backwards, then it would turn you like that, and then if you teleported, it would keep your angle. So, like you could abuse that to get a nicer, more natural looking pose of the character. Hi, Kennick. Okay. So if we say 15 seconds, and we want 15 seconds at the start. Okay, so we'll do that. And what matters is the first 30-ish seconds then. So if we do 30 seconds in, I want to be at time index 34. I will basically want time to progress as it should. Like time goes real time here. And so what we care about at this point is what happens after 15 seconds. So what happens after 15 seconds is we switch to this clip, which means we want the camera to swoosh by my face. Right? So probably we do that from like 14 seconds to 15 seconds to 16 maybe or something. We do 2 second. I probably did a 1 second shift over before. So let's do 14.5 seconds from like here to here or something, which would be 15.5 seconds. What are you doing, Ellie? No. No. Hey, girl. No. Stop. Silly cat. Come on. Is this in programming Java 2? This is Replaymod, which is a mod on Minecraft, right? So it's the whole thing is Java, yes. And to get the right kind of feeling on what this is going to do, I'm just going to place the initial camera really far out. Actually, that would happen kind of there-ish, I guess. So we'll kind of do that. And this is going to give us kind of an impression of what happened. It's going to make the sequence of the camera kind of roughly correct when it passes by me. So if I just play this like without any time, the beginning is going to be really weird. But as we get to the 15-second mark here, it's going to look more like it's going to look. That's a really weird twist, but that might be fine. Oh god. Okay, it completely misses my face. That's okay. We'll fix that in a moment here. So what I want to do now is between, let's do this so you can all see the timeline. Between this 15.5 second mark and 30 second, or I guess 29.5, we want to make a nice little flyby look here. Do I want to make the clips longer? I have 14 clips. If I make every one of them half a minute, the video is going to be 7 minutes. which is longer than my normal bricks. So probably not. I probably want each environment to be about 15 seconds. Because otherwise it's going to be, like, you're never going to see the end clips. Okay, so basically, we want a nice flyby to show off the area. And then at 39.5 seconds, we want another one of these, like, swoosh by my face, focused on my character kind of thing. Right? That's the idea. So what's a nice thing to show here? I guess we just want a nice view of the tower itself. Also, I do not want to do this with field of view 80. Probably want to do this with field of view 65 or something like that. Generally looks a lot more like cinematic in a way when you do. I think that looks okay. Maybe I want to do 70. Yeah. So probably we're coming through here. So we probably want to go a little lower or something. Kind of show this angle off. And then smoothly go around a little bit to show kind of showcase here or something. I don't know. It's kind of nice. Actually, maybe we want to go on top. Let's do that. Let's go above. So instead of that, we'll go up instead of down and go kind of like this. And then we need to get back down in, which is 29.5, which is kind of there-ish. And we're coming in from this side. And basically going... Yeah, let's go behind my back. Go behind this back. Centered on my face, kind of like that. 29.5 seconds. Since your breaks are usually around 2 minutes, the shots should be around 8 seconds each if you want to see them all. You might just keep it running also. If it loops, then we can keep it running, and whenever we switch to being back screen, it will just be jump in wherever we are at the moment. So that would be that. And then wherever we end up here kind of depends on... Well, the next scene is entrapment, and it's also a flat area underneath me, so we kind of need to stay above it. So I guess we'll go kind of here-ish for 30.5, and that will have to adjust. So now I think I need, in the middle of this, when we hit exactly 15 seconds, what interpolation mode am I on, actually? Camel ROM, that should be probably the best. And you can make them longer as well. Yeah, I could, but it's nice to also have it. I do like 3-4 minute breaks too, so... Okay, let's just look at this, because I'm not understanding how this camera is... what this camera is doing. So this part isn't fully representative of... Oh, it does! Ooh, it almost hits my face. Ah, I see. Oh. So it just needs to go like this. I hope that doesn't become too squiggly. Oh, it really became too squiggly. I can't remember what this alpha value exactly does. Oh, that was a lot better, actually. So we want it lower. Probably lower still. Oh, okay. I see. Do I have... Okay, can I... No, I can't actually see the path. That's a little annoying. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the shaders off while we work. And then... If you'll need a Replaymod flyby of Ellie jumping on the desk, I'll try to get my drone hovering here or something, I guess. I don't think she'll like it much. Here is why I did that, because now you can see the path as we go. And you can even... it colors can't really see that now. Oh, we can see it a little bit here. You can see how the path is kind of a little bit lighter there. So kind of hard, tricky to say. If I do that, you can see how here the dark red it turns to almost a pink white hue. That's because the speed is different at that point. So you can kind of see how this camera speed changes over the course of the sequence. Okay, this interface is not great though. I feel like this bend is not great. Like, the line, the fact that it squiggles back and forth isn't the best. So it goes there. What if I shift this one in this way a little bit? Then that becomes a much smoother thing, and then if I do the same, or like the opposite thing on the other end, it should be better. So this one goes kind of out, almost into the pillar, but not quite, obviously. So maybe out here? That looks really weird now. Oh, now it's the height that's the problem. But that can be fixed by putting this thing in a better place. So if we're coming from higher up here, then it should be okay. That's truly odd. Like the fact that it just like stops here or something. I think the previous one I did on the previous interpolator they had to, which was awful to use, but sometimes gave smoother results. Like that stop there is just... Wait. Oh, the alpha is for the entire interpolator. Or do I have to set it? I might have to set it. Oh god. Okay, let's just look at the whole thing. I might try that actually. I might switch the interpolator and just deal with it swinging. Well, it kind of does what it should. It feels super hard on the points now. Maybe I'm moving it the wrong way. Also, I think the transitions need to be faster. 1 second is too long. Let's try. This is so weird that I change a value in a keyframe and it changes all of them. That makes zero sense. Oh, God, why? Okay, what happens if I make alpha more? Increase alpha. Oh god. I might try the other one. The problem is this is going to be really hard to do at the end of this because it's all going to be one really long timeline, and the same timeline is going to exist in 14 different realities. That was actually pretty good. I think the 25 is probably the best value there. There's some really weird slowdowns there or something, but it's okay. We can probably deal with it. I don't mind the time. I'm gonna try it, just for a laugh. Let's switch to cubic splines. This is the problem with them. They rotate the camera a whole lot. Yes, they do. Hope you didn't want to see anything out there, because, like, oh my lord. But in one way... I wonder... have they made it possible to actually switch between the interpolators properly? Because that's the thing I asked them for like many years ago, and they implemented it, but in the worst possible way, so it was actually kind of impossible to use it for any kind of good video sequence. But we might try it here. We might also mess up the entire sequence, but you know. Have the cape. Well, I mean, that's the thing. It's going to be more how to express this? It's going to be more uniform in terms of which character it is now. Oh, I get this stuff. So if I was to do that, like, I didn't want you to do that. Just go in the center here, please. Then instead... Oh, that actually just looks pretty good now. But now it's going to turn... It's like, it's okay. And it's... Yeah. It's like you can see it, like, preparing and, like... taking a bit of a space to be able to turn quickly at the end, right? There was a time when he didn't have a cape. I guess I made videos before the Mapmaker cape and before the Minecon capes. But it was very small. The channel was very small. So I'm not sure. Like, this part kind of looks okay. This is kind of I'm swinging to the right. I'm swinging to left, right, and then that part's really cool though. Where's the really cool part? Oh, so hard to tell. Is the really cool part just these? Yeah, that swing around is so much better. Okay. Here's what I'm going to try. I'm going to switch the default back to Catmull ROM. And then we're going to, at this keyframe, we're going to switch it to cubic spline. And then at the... I think that's how it works. At the last one, we're going to switch it back to default. Wait. No, this needs to be Catmull ROM as well. No, wait. Cubic spline. Please. Put the right thing in. It should have one kind of interpolator for camera and the other the position. Camera is kind of position. What you should have is the ability to not be 100% in one or the other. You should be able to have a slider that is, I want this much of that spline and that much of this type. That's how you get really good results. Yeah, so you see, it works. They switch between the types, but it's also worthless. So you can't do that. So the way you have to do that, if we want to do it, is we have to render everything 2 times with 2 different interpolators and then cut in post. And when they implemented this, it was so bad even that you couldn't switch it off once you'd done it. Because once you, yeah, look at this. Once you'd set an interpolator on a waypoint, your entire thing is like garbage. Because it stops at every waypoint. Like, that's not a thing I ever want. So this path is now kind of garbage. It might work to reset them all like this, I guess. Wait, that doesn't even... Oh, they are in the same place. Okay. Let's try that.
Yay.
But that might be a thing. We might render every single of these 14 different shots at... Oh, wait, I did something really stupid now, didn't I? That's correct. That's correct, but I didn't actually pick this last one. So the last one is supposed to be out here. We might have to render them all twice and then cut between them in post by a whole lot to make this look good, and that's okay. This type of stuff, by the way, is like Did I do it again? I totally did too. This type of stuff is what you need to do to make Replaymod actually produce really good stuff. Wait, why is it showing everything as linear? It's doing the same thing again. Okay, so basically, unless I've accidentally switched the default to linear. No, I haven't. So this whole thing is just garbage now. Like, it's just completely, like, ugh. So two options. I can either just clear out my waypoints and start over.
Yeah.
Or I can save this and extract the file and try to go in with the editor and like undo the mess. Yeah, they're all linear. Like, it's so broken. So broken. Like I said, I've compiled my own version of this and I've used it because I needed some functionality I didn't have. But I really would like to just like kind of rip out their pathing code and rewrite it. Write camera path mod from scratch. Yeah, kind of. I love the replay mod, but there's so clear opportunities for improvement when it comes to their whole camera management that is silly, and the code is written in such a way that those improvements are almost impossible to make. I'm just going to let's do that. nice view, thanks. That's the time we want, so I'm just gonna nuke everything, set another time point, take the other, thank you Ellie, time point, set that to 30 0. Now we have our time back. We can mod through the replay mod. Oh god. It's just my own version of it. What's the license of it? I don't know. It is open source in some way, so I could probably make a pull request. But the problem is making a whole big user interface in the thing, and then, you know, ripping out a big central chunk of their code and rewriting it without prior discussion is unlikely to be accepted, I would say. Okay, so let's see. This thing is going to... That's actually a terrible place for that. So let's say that the previous path was like through here, just to have some form of... So this would be kind of looking directly at the back of my face. And then this would be kind of like this. And that would be, let's maybe do 250 just to want it really quick around the points. The point is kind of accelerates past me because that's how the cuts end up looking really good. So then we can have a pretty slow move around it, I guess. Doesn't really matter, I guess, what this is. It's just gonna be... I'm just trying to get this to a point where it kind of is a little realistic so that it ends up being somewhat representative of how the whole thing can be. So maybe let's go on top of me and see if that feels better. So above my face. So that would be that. And then exactly at 15 seconds, we're going to be looking down onto me. If I can center myself, kind of there. Like that. Exactly at 15 seconds. And then... yeah, that's okay. And then we're going back out here at 15.25. And then out And we'll do the same thing that I did before. See if that works better. I'm going to end up at 30. Replaymod is under GPL version 3. Huh. Yeah, so... You know, part of it is... It's a big thing, right? If it, you know, of course I could do this thing, but it's not like you do it in an afternoon, right? Why is the cape sticking out of like that? It's the game takes a few seconds to like kind of settle everything, and I've just spawned in at this time code. Every single replay clip that I do in my videos, I have 4 seconds of video that I throw away at the start of it to let the cape settle down and everything kind of spawn in properly. 4 seconds and 1 frame, actually, to be precise. So if we go... I don't really like that angle, though. That looks nicer. So then we need to begin at 29.75. We need to be kind of here, I guess. Well, let's try to come in, like, kind of straight-ish on. 29.750 into my face, kind of there on 30. I did not expect to spend this much time in the first clip. The difficulty is supposed to be warping through all of them. Can I go down? No, I cannot go down. Also, this next clip needs to be slower, so... Or it's a smaller space. So 250 there. Let's see how this looks, because now I've just been like putting out points without really testing. Also, all these like playbacks I'm doing with the time paused, so that's why nothing is moving. That's very fast now. Maybe that one is fine to do over a second, because that was a little fast. 500. Okay, let's try that again. Well, that's okay. I think the middle one might need to like go up a little bit, because it feels like you're kind of diving into it. So maybe you have this one go up like this. I need you to be at 15.0. This might have messed it up quite a bit, but let's see. No, that looked nice. I like it. Finally, something I've done today that I actually like. Yeah. Nice. Oh, dang, that is... Yeah, okay. Half a second is way too fast for transition time. Holy moly. Let's do a second. Let's try that last bit again. We're a little close to that pillar, but it might be okay. Yeah, it's kind of okay. That's a really weird, like, stutter at the center there. So, how does this line look? Okay, so it's kind of bending inwards. I think it's because I'm... Here's an idea, actually. It's probably better to come in through these pillars, because then the camera doesn't have to bend in such an awkward angle. So that will kind of work, I think. It's going to be a little weird, and I think we need to keep bending around then. So instead of bending back out here, then this needs to kind of go out here. Come on. There. Let's do that instead. 500. And we're going in through these. Oh, we hit... Wait, what just happened there? Hold up. I expected a bend around me here, but... That didn't really work out. So maybe if I move this one in a little bit. 500. I thought the pre-release video was pretty great too. That's something you did today. Well, I mean, yeah, okay, thanks. How fast could the camera move? There's no limitation, but if you move too fast... Well, I mean, part is you need to have the world loaded, right? This shows you what's in the game from a different angle. So if I move too far out, you have no blocks. That doesn't... Okay, so maybe I should be going out here instead, because that feels really wrong in that last turn. That looks really wrong on the track, but maybe it feels better. Okay, no, we're getting somewhere now. So this one can just move back. Like if we put that here instead. Nice, that's better. It's gonna look a little different once we continue this track too, because the rest of the spline affects how the previous part looks, right? So with this how straight this line is, it kind of makes sense to move this point a little more up here. Should I do that? Yeah, let's maybe tweak that a little more before we move to the next one. So this one should probably go like here, which seems very counterintuitive because you can't even see me here, but it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, it looks like this. So that's better. I think that's good enough. Okay, so save this as lime spin. To be honest, let's save this as lime spin 1 because we're gonna need to make 16 at least different versions of this. And then probably double that. But okay, that's that now. This actually needs to keep going, but that's fine. We can do that later. So that's the first little section of the video. It's going to look like, let's see, we're going to be at kind of 15. So I'm going to do that, and then we're going to play it with the movement and everything. So now you can see the fire burning. Now it's behind the bar and stuff, but like cows are moving around. Everything is... Okay. That's the part of the clip that you'll see here, basically. 16, what is this for? So, because we want one continuous movement that is smooth across the entire video, which is the video is comprised out of 14 different scenarios that we all travel through, warping the environment around me every transition. What I need to do is take this beginning of a timeline, move it to the next scenario, keep working on it there. When I'm done there, move it to the next scenario, all the way over those 14 scenarios until I come back to the point where it switches back here, where I need to move it back here and connect the endpoints back up. So it's gonna be a long sequence, but that's the first part. Now what we need to do is, I don't know if I can even show this on video, but on my site on slicedlime.tv, there's something called the replay mover. What the replay mover does is it takes a keyframe, a timeline like that, or a set of timelines actually, but whatever, and it transforms them to be around a different point in the world. And that's what we need to do 14 times over now. So what I had was this, right? Hotbar survival at 143, 75.5, and 49. It's the same angle, which is making things easier now, but like that's where we need to put it. Or that's where it starts. So I need to extract this file. Replay recordings. What was that called? Lime spin. Hotbar survival. So to open that, take the timelines from that. And then we need to run that through this tool with these coordinates. So that's 143, 77.5, 249. And we want to refocus that on 0.5, 251, 130.5. No rotation. That gives me a new file that I'm going to save, that we're going to stuff into the other one, which we've not even opened yet. Like the hotbar survival one, we've just saved it and done nothing. But we're going to take this timelines and we're going to stuff it in there, and it's going to be as if we'd made that timeline in that one. So now if we go to lime spin entrapment, load that up, we already have the timeline in here, which means that we can look at the end of this line here, which is where we want to be continuing. I have no idea where my streaming windows have gone, by the way. They're way back here. So here is where we're coming in, and there we need to continue. So the only thing that matters here is let's see if I can do this part, because that's where we were going to be transitioning over, and that looks okay to me. So probably we go out a little bit here, and also we need time. What in the world? I guess. Hello, are we okay now? I think we're okay now. Yeah, I have no idea what OBS just did there. It had a bit of a hiccup. Okay. As I was saying, we need time. So we need to take this. That doesn't really matter right now, but I'm just gonna put it at a minute in. Shouldn't really matter. It will matter later when we do this stuff, but fine. So we came around the swoosh around here, like. And all segments of these things. Fan server had a lag spike earlier too and just crashed, but back now? Huh. This is a fabric. Replaymod runs off fabric now. Used to run off of Forge. I don't know if it probably still does too, but I'm using fabric nowadays. So we came here. Like I said, we probably want to go up and out a little bit, because we're coming in with such a speed that it's going to be hard to just stop there. Lime spin can be an exercise program. Expend those calories by swooshing around with the camera. We probably kind of want to go down into this place then, right? So, camera goes up here. Then maybe we focus in like here or something? I don't know what I did last time. I think I spun. Wait. Wait, no, I wanted it 15 seconds. I'm kind of working as if I wanted it 30 now. That's super weird, but okay. 49 there. 0. So if we come up here, then maybe we do like a passage over here before we go in again like this and see what we can do. Because it's we don't have that much time in those 15 seconds to kind of see the whole place, but we can try. See how if that becomes like terrible. But then we need to turn around. What's the next thing actually? The next thing is the gear. So it doesn't really hurt if I go like below and then up, because we could go out the ceiling of the gear. What version is this? I mean, right now we're in 1.16.5 with the replay mod and a whole bunch of other stuff. So what if so we came there. I mean, we could do a slow transition too. Would probably have been better to do that on the other ones, but let's try it on this one, because why not? Worst case, it just doesn't work out. So then we would do kind of this. Kind of fits here. So that's good. And this, by the way, this timeline is going to be more and more unwieldy to work with the longer we do this. It's going to become the length of the entire video. But split into 15-second segments. So it's going to be 3 minutes and 3.5 minutes long, I guess. I mean, that last part is a little weird. It's like this keyframe doesn't really belong. So what if we went from here? Where does that go? That goes the other way. Oh, that's super awkward. Let's switch these around. So now we coming from here. We're just gonna look down this way, I guess. Maybe go out a little bit. So we're looking this way. So what if we did this move? So we still want the exact same timings. Which actually isn't as important as you might think, but just an easy way to maintain speed. Oh, that's not too bad. I think I want to throw the camera out a little bit on the center of this arc. That's not the center, is it? Maybe like this. Very helpful camera keyframe there. Because it becomes a little more circular that way. But maybe that's stupid. I'll try it. I think that's fine. Okay. So that is lime spin 2. And we'll basically never need one again. So that's something, but it's fine. Let's take a look at that. From wherever is relevant, which is, come on, hello now. It's kind of here, but then with shaders when we actually render it. But no, hopeless to work with the shaders if the lines don't work. Yeah, I think that could work. There's a little awkward like bounce in that little turn when I'm kind of going around me, but it's kind of okay. Okay. So we could continue, but it's like it's past midnight already, and this has been long. So I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna switch the shaders back on and render this. And we're gonna transfer the whole timeline back to Hotbar Survival and render that. And that lets us take basically 30 seconds of this video and piece it together and see how kind of the end result would look. Hopefully it will look good. It's so hard to say before you actually see it though. And the problem with this is there's no way to render like a part of this, so I'm gonna have to render the entire thing. Which it's okay, but it's annoying. So I want to render limespin 2. We're gonna add that to the render queue. I don't want the name tag. Let's do it high quality. That's fine. Add that to the queue and just render it immediately. And this, by the way, is going to look completely weird. This first part of the video is going to go through stuff. It's going to go like be looking at nothing. And that's just how it is, because we're going to end up cutting that away because this is actually in a different world. This part of the video is going to play out in Hotbar Survival, but we have to render it in every single world anyway, so it's going to go through walls and stuff here. Oh, it kind of... I didn't dodge that bar. There we go. Oh, okay, that part is bad though. Oh no, maybe it's not. We're still in Hotbar Survival, actually. It's the next transition, that's the one that goes to this one. So weird to see it from the outside. This, by the way, is something I almost never do, is like have the rendering on while I render. Ooh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I think it's okay. We can always tweak like how quickly we switch from one video to the other also. There we go. Now we're actually rendering the stuff that we want. Nice little particles. And then from here on, we would be switching to the gear. Okay, we got a video. Awesome. It's called Limespin 2, because we haven't done one yet. Let's find them. So I'm going to exit that. And now we're going to have to transform that same thing back. I'm going to put these in some folder. Guess we'll call this a stream asset or something. Burb. The burb video. Okay, so replay recordings. Now we need to take that timeline out of this file and do it again. So that was entrapment. Open timelines, extract, close that. Where did I put that tool now? Replay mover, here it is. Okay. And then we switch these around, so I want to move it back to the old coordinates basically. This is not the way you'd usually do it. You'd move it to the next one, and then we'd move them back way at the end of the whole sequence, but for now we're doing this just to check that the first two work out. So save that. Sorry about not being able to show this, by the way. This was not like a super well planned thing. I just really wanted to get moving on doing this. And it's cool to show the process too. So we put that back in Hotbar Survival. Timelines, overwrite that one. Okay, yes. Replay viewer in Hotbar Survival. And see this, we're working off of 2 now, right? All of these points. And the only thing that can be bad now is the time index doesn't necessarily match across the different times, across the different timelines, but I think it's okay on this one. So I'm just going to take that, add it to the render queue, and render this one as well. Not bad. Kind of like that. It's nice that you can see the underwater rail there, actually. I like it. Dang, I used to love building railway tunnels in this game. It's such a nice thing. It's so rewarding to build a mode of transportation that is a decorated tunnel that you're then going through. But it's just not viable anymore. It's not a good mode of transportation, and I really, really mourn that. But won't this part be cut? This part that we're watching right now will be in the video. So yeah, you might be right. That part might not be in. Hey, Elruf. How's your stream? Like, if I could, like, just wish for a balancing, that angle is super weird. No, that doesn't matter, because this is part of the next scene. This is in a different world. It catches me off guard, man, because the video is just doing all kinds of weird stuff. It goes through a pillar. Yeah, sure, fine, good. You know. It's because we're kind of cut away that. But if I can just like pick and choose by myself, then what I would do is have minecarts basically be some of the fastest thing available. It's like people build boats on ice now. Like, those are janky versions of what it used to be. So I guess that's kind of what I would like. I would like the boats to be minecarts instead, I guess. Where's my thing? There. Hello? Move the video, please. What you do? Hello? Hello? My computer's still alive? What the heck? It was good, thanks. Couldn't get all of the advancements, like the powder snow one. Because you couldn't get powder snow, I suppose. It was like kind of trivial once you have that. I can see that being a problem. I didn't notice that I started following you on May 21st, 2020. So happy 1 year. Happy 1 year, man. That's cool. I think we maybe find a place for minecarts in the game that isn't player transportation. Yeah, I mean, it is, but I also like the fact that if you build infrastructure, then that should be valuable. Like, I love the thought of it being builds, not gear, that levels up transportation in a world, right? I have no idea how I'm gonna do that, because I need to stream my video editing program now to show you this. I guess I'll just try to set this up. I have done that before once, but I don't think I have the scene left anymore. Also don't know that I can switch the scene while streaming, so, you know, never mind. I'll just try to... We'll just try to jury rig this a little bit. Window capture. I guess. Let's see if I can... make this work. Did it auto match Vegas because I typed Vegas, or was it just like, did it just happen to be that window? Because it auto picked Vegas. That's almost scary. Let's see. So let me see if I can get this like actually. Do I want it? Yeah, I probably want a full screen thing. Okay. Welcome to Vegas. This is what I do most of my editing in when I don't do like After Effects stuff. And basically what we need now is we need these 2 videos. And because I just started a new project, I'm going to turn off some stuff that we don't want. Yep, that looks good. Basically, we want these 2 things on top of each other on 2 different video tracks. And then we know that about 15 seconds of this is stuff that we don't care about right now because it's going to come in from the old thing. So probably like... I guess I should do it the other way around. So we'll put the hotbar survival thing on top. And like it starts like here, we're going to start blending that in. So we could take away everything that's before that. Which, whoever commented that is right. Like, it's a bit sad because that's a cool view of that railway. But whatever. This is also an okay view. So now 15 seconds into this. Oh, this is wait. No, I should not do that this ad hoc. I need to cut at exactly the right timestamp because otherwise this is going to be really annoying to try to remember. So we want exactly 14 seconds and 15 frames because we're on 30 FPS here. And then that means the next one becomes at exactly 15 seconds is where we should start our move to the next one. So I'm going to cut both clips there and just delete those 2, I guess. And then we should be able to do a crossfade on over a second here and see how it looks. So can you see? You can actually not really see that. Let me actually just make this window smaller so you can properly see the preview there. So we can step through this now. Actually, I'm just going to quickly save this before Vegas crashes because it likes to do that. Stream assets, be right back. Burb. Okay. Yeah, it's gone. It's dead. What happens is it sometimes like the decoder freezes. So like it's stuck. If I try to do a bunch of things, the whole application would completely freeze. This is what I deal with, by the way. It doesn't say that it's stuck though. Why is it? If I hit play, it's gonna freeze. Yeah, I did. I got a survey a while back from them, and there's like, here, what kind of functionality would you like added to Vegas? Like, what would you do? Like, how much of this do you use? How much of that do you use? And I like filled it in, and then at the end is like, what would you most like? And I'm like, I just want it to not crash. That's literally the only thing I want. I just want it to not crash. This is how it looks. So through that, you can see that both of the tracks have my character in exactly the same pose, exactly the same location. It's, yeah, the arms are slightly shuffled. So you can here, you can kind of see that the arms are off. So if we really want to match these up, then what we do is we shuffle the entire time code of one of the clips to match up the arms. On the other hand, this is a second as the camera is doing a massive swoop. So like when you look at the frames, you can see that, but I don't think you'll see it that much with the actual media. So let's render this thing, and so we can look at it on stream and see how good or bad that looks. So that's then the intention is we do that, but 14 times over. 15, I guess, actually, because we need to get back to where we started. And the end result is the kind of video that we got, but hopefully even a lot nicer this time around. On Windows, I really like DaVinci Resolve. Yeah, I know. Like, I know others use that and it's fine. I have both Vegas and the whole Adobe suite, so I tried at one point to switch to that tool, but it crashed as much. The thing is, I think it's easy to blame the editing software, but I think it's Windows. Like, I think it's the dang codecs in the system, which makes it a lot harder to actually do anything about. All right, so let's add a video to this, and I'm just gonna run this in full screen on stream and see how it looks. Exciting. It's like 30 seconds of video. That one. This is really weird thing. I guess we'll do that. Loop, sure. Okay. Here goes. You can code a new operating system, I guess. Oh wait, no, that's not good. Hold up. You're seeing like a corner of it. Transform fit to screen, please. Come on. Yeah, I don't. It's not terrible. It's not terrible at all. The transition isn't. I think it's okay. It's not the super best. I think maybe we should tinker with it more. Probably make the actual crossfade part of that smaller so that the crossfade is quicker. But other than that, I'm happy with it. We might try that actually, just because that should be pretty quick. So basically, just crossfade half of the time. We're gonna do as quick of a swoop because that's in the source video, but then I think part of the jarring part here is that the whole grid of the world shifts half a block over. Like here, I'm standing dead on the grid. Here, I'm standing in the center of a block. So that I think is part of why it feels weird, but it's always gonna feel that weird. Like you're never gonna be able to get away from that, really. Okay. Let's do that, and that, and that, and that. I really like this part. I'm a little sad about the angle. Oh, that looks a lot better, actually. Yeah. Now my Twitch chat just reconnected. Did I actually, like, drop connection there or something? Are we okay, chat? I can't even know if I see chat. We fine, chat? Twitch seems to be kind of seeing that we're okay. Yeah, I like that transition a lot more, and all it was like scraping in together the crossfade a little bit. That's cool. Right, yeah. We could continue this at some point, or maybe I'll do it off stream, but that is you've now seen the entire process of making one of those transitions. Now I just need to do it 14 more times, right? So the initial speed up is very sudden. But the initial speed up is not really part of the video. right? So I think you're talking about the stuff that's at the very start of the video. The thing is supposed to be looping, right? So it's not really supposed to be speeding up or anything at the beginning. So the very first seconds of the video is kind of placeholder until we get there from the very last bit of the replay that needs to hook up and smoothly connect back in. Because before the transition... Hold up. Let's look at it again. So coming from here, you're saying get this keyframe right there. Yeah. I guess it's also kind of on purpose. So like it's we kind of want to throw the camera around to make the transition smoother in a way, because it's that's where you can that's where the world shifts. So I guess I get what you're saying. We could probably do it. We could probably do it in a smoother manner, but I'm also kind of okay with it. I'm kind of less okay with the fact that we're not seeing this angle, so I don't know. But you know, you can tweak these and like you can tweak these forever much. So, and I might. But it was cool to do this on stream. It needs many more hours of work before that video is actually you know usable. And we might continue it at some point. We might not. I might just do it off stream or whatever. Might not have time to do it at all. But it's kind of, I like sharing this type of stuff sometimes. Just share the process. The other thing I wanted to do, actually, let's do that right now, because that might solve one of those issues. That is to go into... let's make it more complex. Let's go into the settings for Replaymod, switch the default interpolator, because that's the only way you can actually switch the interpolator in this mod, and get any kind of usable result out of it. Get rid of that. It shouldn't matter. I should be able to add this to queue right away, and then render. And this should render the horrible thing with like lots of like swinging camera motions and stuff. But there's like a tiny section of this video with this interpolator that actually comes out better. So that part we're gonna try to use. And it's exactly that transition part. Yeah. This does not look like the right interpolator. No, there's no way that would do that. Okay, hold up. Stop. I guess what I need to do is I need to... Let's just play this. Yeah, this is what I expected. Spin, spinny, 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 McSpinning ton. Lime, spin 2, cube spline. Add that, and just render that, please. Show me the spins. There we go. Wildly out of frame. This is the only thing that Replaymod had from the start. This is how all the replays were. Until I did my tutorial series and started talking, and they started talking to me about like how to make it better. And I told them, you need to implement Ketmil-ROM interpolation. And they were like, no, that doesn't make sense. And then we went away and came back and like, yeah, actually. And then they made it. And I think since basically nobody's used cubic splines ever. I always wondered how these replays were created. Cool to see. Yeah. It's a super useful tool, but it's so rough around the edges that it requires a lot of work to really get good results out of it. It's fine if you do what most people do, which is to just go like, take a whole thing, put some music on, render one single long timeline, This looked worse than I remember Cubic Spline. It's because I set the waypoints using Catmull ROM, right? So, of course, you can make it look better. And you just fiddle a lot more with the waypoints, and you be a lot more careful about your turns and stuff, because it counter rotates to maintain the dervis. But, of course, it's possible. Oh, my Explorer has crashed. Good times. Everything is working out perfectly. Okay, let's take that. Oh, this is an interesting showcase thing, by the way. I'm gonna put that... Where do I put that? Wait. Oh, there. Okay, good. Please? Okay. Every time I try to copy a file, my Explorer crashes. Good. I'm making my own mini-series with the Replaymod, but since my PC is hot garbage, it takes me forever to render a 1-minute video. Yeah, well, it can really do that sometimes too. Like it doesn't require your PC being garbage to do that. Okay, well let's restart Explorer 2, because that's a good thing to do midstream. Yep. Oh boy, what is this computer up to? Come on. Let me have this one thing. Okay, please? Let me have this. Stream assets. There we go. Okay, so Lime, hotbar, survival, Cubic Spline. So we're gonna go back in here. We're gonna add this new one. So this is, let's see. That's not what I needed. This. Let's put that on top. This is the end, I believe, so we can synchronize towards the end, so we don't have to do so much work. Basically, I'm gonna find a piece of this where it kind of looks good, which I believe is just at the transition. We're gonna cut right at the keyframe. Okay, yeah, let's, because that part kind of looks good. I'm a little worried that it won't actually solve this problem though, but so here's what I used to do. You can put both of the tracks overlaid on top of each other, 50-50, and then you can find the keyframe, because both of these go through the keyframe, right there. So that's our cutting point. So we cut both of the videos there, and that's where we switch from one to the other. So then we would take the entire normal part of that, and then just switch to the Cubic Spline version for the little swing over. And now these won't match up anymore, because the other one needs to be Cubic Spline as well. But that might make it look better. I'm not sure though, because yeah, it probably still accelerates like crazy. Yeah, it still does. I think it might still look better, but probably not enough to make that worthwhile, so we just fix it in Replaymod instead. If the interpolation waypoint system was scriptable, for instance with Python, I mean, it's not really that, I think. The thing I wanted to mention, by the way, is there's so many small issues with how the game works that Replaymod really can't do much about. So look at that. So this is why I have 4 seconds and 1 frame for the game to settle before I start using any of my Replaymod stuff. Because the first frame, especially with shaders, the first bunch of seconds, your cape is going all over the place, flapping and stuff. The first frame that your character is on screen, it will be without a skin. And the first frame that your camera is in roughly the right location. If you're rendering with shaders, your shadows will be wrong. So it's just a whole ton of stuff that to learn. So you need approximately like 4 seconds in one frame is usually what I have extra. And then a little bit extra on the end, because sometimes it just renders glitches at the end of the video. So like, there's a lot of duct tape involved, but you can do awesome things with it. I do not really want a scriptable system for this. I want a really good multi-interpolator system, basically. That's what I really want. And if I had the time, what I would code for this thing. Basically, what you should be able to do is you should be able to say, I want my X and Z coordinates to interpolate linearly, but I want my Y coordinate to be a Catmull ROM and my rotations to be a cubic spline. And then I want those to smoothly go into all being Catmull ROM for a bit, and then, you know, that type of thing. It's a much more complex system, but if you want to be able to really make good video camera movements, that's what you need. But the problem is, I think the people who are developing this, they're cool and they're good in terms of, you know, being coders and being Minecrafters, but they don't have that experience of like actual professional cinematics tools. Anyway, yay, Hot Bar Survival. Good times. If you haven't seen this series, this was my first Let's Play series on YouTube. The first half of that series is me learning what a Let's Play is, but with its brilliant moments. The second half of this series is where I got beta access to the Replaymod and starting doing this kind of stuff. So the quality of that series is like skyrocketing, but it also shows the process of me learning stuff. But it is a really cool series. I think the way Blender does it is really good for that. Yeah, it probably has something approximately like what I described. Anyway, I'm rambling. We should end. But it was fun to show you guys. A good thing to do after my enormous amount of just video work today.
$2.5k channel points. You know what that means. It's time for my words of wisdom.
Cheers. Wait, what? There's no way. What? Okay. It's like somebody I thought would have a decent amount of viewers with basically no viewers. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. But yeah, they were not. They were kind of starting up still. But you know what? Let's go there anyway. After enormous amounts of video work, let's do more video work. Yeah, but this was... So, here's the thing. I love doing cinematics. I love doing cool Replaymod stuff. I love doing, like, the spectacular shots. I love doing my Legacy series, which has kind of hit a stride on that. Like, I kind of feel like I know what I'm doing and how I want it with those things. The news videos are very much work. Like, they are, they're not fun. Like, I don't know how to put it. They're just really not fun. Ever thought about making some dedicated shaders cinematics? I'm not sure what that is. Really? What that would mean. Is highlight video of the Nether AAA still planned? I would love to, but I don't know how to fit it in. I've been thinking about like opening that up to helpers to get like key keyframes or whatever to say, like of those videos as well, of those streams. Finding all the highlight moments and then doing the editing. I might be able to edit that this summer when I have some time off. I would love to do it though. There's some channel defining moments in there, like the pufferfish moment and stuff. The dongs on the on that one run, right? The dong machines. But they're like, nobody's seen them in the grand scheme of things, because it was like only the viewers of the streams. So I would love to do it, but I don't know. Not now for certain, because like right now it's all update video work and trying to keep up. That's basically it. Let's head on over to Bowtie Daniels, who's been our partner in crime for a few things lately, a few of these events. And there's another event coming up. The Warden... What do they call it? Not the Warden. We're in the Team Wardens. The Wither... Wither Wallop. The Clash of the Creators. And we're going to be together again as a team. Which is good. Let's head on over to Bowtie Daniels. Thank you so much, folks. It's still starting up, but hopefully it should be kicking in soon. Actually starting right now. Awesome. Let's head on over. Good timing. Have a great rest of your day or night or whatever, folks. Thank you so much. Catch you laters.